Rhea Ripley really is this Marvel villain who bullied Chris Hemsworth's Thor. Rhea Ripley's fierce WWE persona channels hellish dominance and echoes the Batman who laughs menace, blending power and dark style. Rhea Ripley's dominant WWE persona mirrors Hela's commanding presence, with similar muscular builds, dark attire, and ruthless in-ring tactics that overpower opponents effortlessly. Fans compare Ripley's eerie, intense vibe to the Batman who laughs, citing her sinister promos and bold makeup, but her control aligns more with Hela. Ripley's strategic, menacing mindset, like Hela's, focuses on psychological dominance and unapologetic power, making her a standout villain in WWE's women's division. As a huge WWE fan, I am obsessed with the fierce vibe of Rhea Ripley. There is an intensity to her character, and that vibe feels almost like a dark, powerful energy reminiscent of Hela, the Marvel villain who hooped Thor in Thor, Ragnarok. Some fans on Reddit have compared Ripley to the Batman who laughs, a terrifying, evil version of Batman, as a result of her scary, wild side. However, Ripley is not that. Ripley is pretty similar to Hela, forceful, commanding, and utterly unstoppable. Ripley's figure, in-ring demeanor, and attitude have that same fierce energy. Here is how Ripley feels like WWE's goddess of death. Rhea Ripley fits the character of Hela. Rhea Ripley steps into the WWE ring like Hela charging Asgard, pure power. I can't help but feel chills watching her enter the ring as a fan. This could be because she's tall, shredded, and wears a black leather jacket with gothic makeup that resembles Hela's sleek black armor and antler crown. Both give off the aura that they were made to rule with power. Ripley's moves, like her brutal Riptide slam, hit harder than Hela smashing Thor without breaking a sweat. Both are about power and domination. Both of their attitudes share similarities with each other, too. Ripley, as the powerhouse, clearly loves messing with her opponent's mind, like staring them down in the intro to their match, or the brutal promos she cuts. It can be compared to Hela smirking while she owned Thor. Both walk around as if they are untouchable and back it up with their actions. Ripley isn't there to win any popularity contests, she's out to win and destroy, just like Hela was determined to infect Asgard. I can see that cold, calculated confidence in Ripley every time I see her, like she knows she is the toughest in the room. This is why she is a perfect representation of WWE's version of Hela as she bulldozes her way through the women's division without a single apology. Fans have compared Rhea Ripley to the Batman who laughs. Some WWE fans on Reddit claim that Rhea Ripley has the Batman who laughs vibes, that crazy evil Batman-Joker mix from DC Comics. This is due to her dark, creepy moments, like the wicked grin or promo moments when she was a heel. Another reason can be her WrestleMania 41 attire, which made fans feel that she is up for cosplay as the Batman who laughs. The bold makeup, at times smudged eyeliner, and red streaks are similar to that character's wild, clownish, but in my opinion, she is much more like Hela. The Batman who laughs is about chaos and madness. Ripley has a focused, take no prisoners mentality like Hela's mission to rule. Physically, Ripley's strong, well-defined build and goth attire match Hela's warrior aesthetic much better than the skinny, chaotic Batman who laughs. And the ring, Rhea Ripley plans her moves and controls the narrative just like Hela, using power and not making crazy decisions, much like the DC character. Regardless, the fan theory is interesting and shows that Ripley can execute different forms of badassery. For me, however, her combination of strength, style, and a real I am in charge mentality makes her much closer to Hela, WWE's own unstoppable force, who would have Thor shaking in his boots. She will kill me. Buddy Matthews would never dare cheat on his wife Rhea Ripley after what she did to him. Buddy Matthews reveals if Rhea Ripley gets a sniff of the fact that he is intending to cheat on her, she will go all mommy on her husband. Rhea Ripley and Buddy Matthews have been together for a year now, and the couple have been rocking their respective wrestling promotions. Buddy Matthews revealed that he will never cheat on Rhea Ripley because she would kill him if he does. Rhea Ripley continues with her quest of the WWE title, now with a bit of an unlikely alliance with Io Sky in the making. Rhea Ripley has been one of the most amazing forces in women's wrestling, and ever since her stepping foot in the ring, there have been frequent comparisons about how she could have given the late Chyna a run for her money. Ripley, who holds the joint record of the longest reigning women's champion, also made the fans tune back into the women's division, branching out from the single-dimensional shows led by Bayley and Becky Lynch. Mommy tied the knot with her best friend, Buddy Matthews, on June 23, 2024. Their relationship was known to the world a year prior. Matthews, who continues to wrestle for AEW, was a part of the House of Black stable until his ankle injury left him inactive for a while. He was also a former part of WWE with the ring name Buddy Murphy, which was later shortened to Murphy. Why would Buddy Matthews never cheat on Rhea Ripley? Wrestling's most feared and yet adorable couple, Buddy Matthews and Rhea Ripley, continues to be together. Despite being on separate wrestling promotions, the couple never shies away from spending quality time whenever they are spending a day or night in each other's arms. Talking on Insight with Chris Van Vliet, Buddy Matthews revealed how he once tried to choke Mommy with his legs crossed, and yet the Eradicator would simply let it pass without breaking a sweat. In fact, Matthews got tired of the choke with his legs cramped out and let it slide. Recounting the story when Rhea wouldn't budge under the pump, Matthews said that he inflicted a full-blown triangle choke on Rhea Ripley once. He maxed out the squeeze and would wait for Rhea to tap out. However, it was Buddy's legs that gave in, tired from the power in the choke, and Rhea simply held Matthews down. "I put her in a choke. I told her just tap. She was like no. So I tried again, telling her, just tap, just tap. I am squeezing a full triangle choke and she's not tapping. My legs gassed out and then she just held me down. Scariest woman ever. I will be the most faithful man ever, because if I ever upset this woman, she will kill me." Matthews further said in a joking tone that Rhea is indeed the scariest woman on the planet. He also asked Chris what could have been the possible reason on him marrying Rhea. Well, the answer was blown in a laugh. Buddy affirmed that he is going to be the most faithful husband ever, because if he ever upsets the woman, Rhea will kill him. With all of this being said, Rhea Ripley and Buddy Matthews still continue to rock their own promotions. Ripley has been deemed as one of the finest women wrestlers to have graced the ring, and she only goes from strength to strength with every succeeding day, while Buddy Matthews continues to work on his ankle injury to facilitate a smoother return. What is Rhea Ripley doing now in WWE? Rhea Ripley has been in hot pursuit of the WWE title ever since she dropped it to Io Sky in WWE Raw premiere on Netflix. At WrestleMania 41, she had a chance to recapture the title when she went up against Io Sky and Bianca Belair in a triple threat match, but Sky would have the last laugh. However, her quest for the title might have taken a back seat after Julia and Roxanne Perez came on a warpath with her, compelling an unlikely alliance with Io Sky. No matter how hard-hitting she is in the ring, Rhea Ripley is absolutely tender-hearted. However, she didn't have a tender liking for Buddy Matthews at the first go. When she saw him in the ring, she absolutely detested the presence of the professional wrestler in the crowd. However, as they say that love is the most mysterious thing on earth, so Matthews and Ripley were soon working out their differences. As things stand, it is still not clear that when will Buddy Matthews return to action. However, for Rhea Ripley, her quest for the title will not have to take a detour, considering the fact that she is going head-on against a notorious force in Julia and Roxanne. Only time shall tell if the Eradicator lifts the WWE title again. T felt like she played me. It's very personal for Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 41 in triple threat match with Io Sky and Bianca Belair. Just before the triple threat title match at WrestleMania 41, Rhea Ripley explains how it became personal with Io Sky and Bianca Belair. Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Bianca Belair were teammates before their feud and the fight at WrestleMania 41. The interference of Rhea Ripley in the qualification match of Io Sky for Elimination Chamber was the start of problems. The results of WrestleMania 41 may not have been in the favor of Rhea Ripley, but it is a hope she reclaims the WWE title. Rhea Ripley is currently one of the top wrestling superstars in WWE. This WrestleMania 41 marked her 6th straight appearance in the WrestleMania main events. It was a high-stakes match with the Women's World Championship on the line. Io Sky managed to get the better of the two contenders and successfully retained her title at WrestleMania 41. The triple threat match was crucial for Rhea Ripley. It may have been just a title defense for Io Sky and a title opportunity for Bianca Belair, but it was personal for Ripley, as she felt she got played. How was it personal for Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 41? Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Bianca Belair were once teammates at Survivor Series 2024, eventually becoming rivals at WrestleMania 41. There is a long history of friendship that turned into bitterness, and eventually, they stood against each other at WrestleMania in the triple threat match. All three wrestlers have known each other since their NXT days, when Ripley and Bianca Belair had a long-standing friendship in NXT. Io Sky, the former teammate of Rhea Ripley, started having differences with her when Ripley interrupted an important match where the qualification for the Elimination Chamber was on the line. Io Sky was fighting Liv Morgan, and a victory meant qualification